Just got home. I have devoured the food 10 homemade. And food, numb. I don't always make food, but often I do. But this is nice. So, you might notice something new about this little screen here. Also the starting screen, because stuff was messed up. Hello, pigs. I mean, like I'm working a little bit on my overlays and stuff right now to accommodate a like I have to reverse engineer this entire thing because I haven't been able to get a hold of the one who made it for me originally, so I'm reverse engineering it. And it's all to be able to stream more Ace Attorney in the future. And it has caused me to have to redesign a couple of things. And we have these up here. The fonts have changed, and I have also actually put more relevant stuff in there. So yay! Need to do some modifications and stuff, but it's fine. And I've also changed the chat. You may notice. Yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm not sure if I like the fact that it starts at the bottom like that, and like it goes. I mean, I wanted to scroll downwards, but I'd rather have it start at the top, you know. But hey, it's a work in progress. So the little thing I want to like introduce you all to the new screen is actually I'm just going to boot up a thing for you so you can see what it's all about before we start going to Ace Attorney. I just need to do it like this and find a thing to boot. So let's go with a nice little game while we try to figure things out. So actually it'll be basically the next game in my Ace series, chronologically speaking. So I'm just going to do like this, and I can show you all this little thing I've been working on here. I'm so glad how this one has turned out. And yeah, this is how it will look when we go to play with the DS. I think it works rather well. I tried to make it look good while it was stacked on top of each other, but there was just so much empty space. But I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. But for now, we have some Ace Attorney to get into. It's still the good old, you know, the little bit broken thing that I have to fix this as well. But I'm getting there. I'll get to fix better overlays for these full game screens like this later. Make it look all nice and pretty. But yeah, I hope you will all enjoy this new little thing I am working on slowly but surely. Hey, okay. Hello, Chaotic. Oh no, please tell me I didn't just mess that up. Come on. Okay, give me a second. Okay, let's do like, no, not like that. Like this. And okay, let's try this again. Okay, safe. We fixed. We saved. We saved. We saved it. Salvaged it. Oh, so Ghost is still active. Has he died a lot? I was wrong on my entry. It's bird, not bride. Damn it. Someone called me out on that. Yep. So just going to say I was wrong, and there we go. Yeah, the technical difficulties. I should also take a sip of water because I haven't had a drink for a long time. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. I always said bride, but well. The defense is ready, Your Honor. First cup. Bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, you were talking to me. It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was a phony phoenix. Phony phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Goddard, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is someone who really hates me for one reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, but trust me. Now then, Mr. Goddard, summon your first witness, please. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Sorry, sir. I have no idea. I haven't run any manual ads at all. I may run in like the last thing I do before I stop. As like I fade everything to black and all that stuff, but apart from that I haven't done anything. The police Dick Gumshoe. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, the detective. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy was in the initial investigations, tied up in another case now. I hope Gumshoe's I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of this case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. That doesn't sound too good, but oh well. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Potassium cyanide poisoning, time of death, blah blah blah. And here are the floor plans for the restaurant. Okay, Chaotic. Say hi to him from me. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took one sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. Cyanide potassium? So I don't know my toxology, but I think that's pretty toxic. Oh, never mind then. It still seems to be don't ask. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. No, of course not, Pix. You have other ways to murder. They typically involve knives. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. sky to the sky. And go say hi. Yes, When the incident took place, the victim was alone by his table, sir. No, thank you. We understand that the guy, Glenn L., was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poisons were found in his coffee cup, and what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bride might have, well, had some kind of motive. Use the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. But the facts of this case seems to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me. So we have to establish that the victim was not alone at this table. So we have this, not this one, the loan contract. So we have to establish a motive here, because... So the thing we need to ask about is this one. Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Fair and well. That's harsh. Actually, I don't think I've seen like that video in it. Like, I don't think I've actually seen it or listened to her voice. So, come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Typically, yes, we always press. Always press. Wait a minute. The mere fact that a lottery ticket disappeared is wait, what? The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Yeah, that would be nice indeed. Order! Order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I'd better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. This ticket was presented to the court in a previous trial too, but it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. You really think that there are any contradictions in his testimony? To be honest, I don't know. But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will in the case if he doesn't throw us a line? I don't have a whole lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather all the facts together, I guess. Listen to radio. Do we even have this radio? It's been so long I can't remember the details of this case. But it is like trying to tie Jean to it somehow, but poisoning, potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal! Eat too much and your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. This is a fact. Yeah, that's quite a comparison. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Wright. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And what killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey, sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. The testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this portal a little harder or not? Well, keep pressing. Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? Is it though? We have the floor plans. Depends on whether the other guy was sitting. I can't remember, but if he was sitting like here, it's not impossible. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks like more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? Well, I think the court will agree with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. And how, Mr. Wright, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Okay, so there's that one. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had the portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on his point a little harder? Of course we press. And what was the victim listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
I guess we'll have to take this one then, because it gets anything on the poison. So, traces of poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pal. Was it the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put that in layman's terms, I would say it was a powdery substance. So, the poison could have been in anything on the table: sugar, salt, pepper. Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. That's another cup of coffee, by the way. It's... oh, whoops. I missed whatever the judge said. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I always think. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I am not falling for it. If you have time to waste, you better present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This! Should I be graceful this Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's coffee cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly coffee stains on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in the cup. Another cup of coffee. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him like this. I don't think it was like that, but hey. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score.
There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggie?
This is the apron the delightful Miss Bride was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen.
That stain looks like... it can't be blood, can it?
Ha! It seems the star of our little play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else? I presume you mean? Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence. There is still something bothering me, Mr. Godot. Have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain will that be? Don't play games, prosecutor! A blood-covered stain that's smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous! Nobody told me anything about bloodstain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it! Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. That's... it's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little bit sooner about that, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Ugh. I thought everyone already knew that. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I've made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they've all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. Ah, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the scene of the crime and the findings of your investigation there. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of a scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough on her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the scene of the crime. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court that you're a real lawyer, Wright. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. So that'll be Kudo. I think there's something else though I need to like. Oh right. Do we have any evidence showing about the? We only have the only thing we have about evidence regarding the CD missing is this one. So this is incorrect. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah, interesting. It's true that those two items were accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, the one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, even for Gumshoe.
If I don't find... Okay. But we do have a contradiction, as we're just gonna go blast it open.